Talk to the hand reviews.
Okay, well we're gonna take some promo pictures, I guess. Me in front of the Elizabeth Arden gift set. I thought we already did a lot of these, but it's alright because I really like the makeup. Okay, what do you want me to do? Well, I don't know. You know how to be cute. Well, thank you. Oh! Ooh! Mmm! I like the way your nails look today. They look kept nice, like well groomed, and I like. How's it going? I'm sorry in advance. I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing the lighting right. I'm not doing anything right. But you know what I like about now, this world we live in now? Failing forward. That concept of failing forward. I think that's pretty cool. Because there's no way you can win the first time. I forget who it was. Sorry, I have a cough drop in my mouth. I feel great. I don't know, my throat is kind of sore. Anyways. Oh, wrong one. Let's see. So what did you do this week? Excuse me, that was fun. That you want to share with the world here on the YouTubes. Let's chair dance. Woo! Chair dance. Come on now. Oh, I'm not doing this part yet. No. I want to show you guys. I found something I really like. It was on sale and I love it, love it. It's called Supreme Cell Vitality by Elizabeth Grant. It's a dry oil treatment. Alas, they no longer have it on their website, of course. That's probably why I got it on sale at Winners. But all you do, and I never use, excuse me, I'm going to get rid of this cough drop. Where's the little thing? Oh. Okay, there we go. Back in the day when I was really young, and well, not really, really young. I started at 19, but then I think I left, I was in the cosmetic industry off and on 10 years. Anyways, I put one little dose of this stuff, one little, I'm sorry, I should show you more because I'll get to why these are relevant. I'm sorry, I go around from subject to subject. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. I'm sorry. But, I just know that this is too dark and it's probably not very flattering, but I don't know, it's kind of cool to be able to show yourself as you are without the way that people, the expectations, anyways. Yeah, this stuff, it's a serum. They call it a serum? It's called dry oil treatment. This does not specifically call itself a serum. But I remember back in the day, the serum idea is not new. It just hasn't always been called a serum, I think. I remember back when I worked for Ultima 2. Ultima 2 had one called Pro Collagen. And that was pretty interesting. And they also used it in their... They had also foundation line, Pro Collagen. You know what I want to show you? This is my go-to moisturizer. I use this all the time. Nivea, I should just tell you what it is. Nivea Nourishing Night Cream. I use this all the time, day and night. I love it so much. I mean, I haven't found anything else that has matched its moisture, and I put it on and my skin does not feel dry. I put it on once, and honestly, if I didn't have a chance to put it on again, I probably wouldn't know that I was missing anything. I'm just going to turn the music down a little bit. You know I like to live in a disco. If the music is too low, oh, it's not as much fun. But anyhow, yeah. As I was saying, we had Pro Collagen, which was pretty neat. But you know, I wouldn't say that serums are only for older people, but I would say that serums are. Now that I'm an older person, I get it. I get it now. Oh, I see what you were doing. I see now. It was right. It wasn't for me when I was younger. It was for me when I was fast forward into much in the future. Not that much in the future, but in the future quite a bit. Anyhow, you just use like a few drops, and the way they used to. Oh, sorry. And then for Christian Dior, when I worked for Christian Dior behind the counter for them at a department store, they had Capture. I think I was there when they launched Capture. That was pretty cool too. Same idea. And the way they used to tell us was you can almost act like you know the song. Sing it with me. Come on, sing it with me. Anyways, is that and this just sounds, I don't know. It goes into the lower levels of the upper epidermis. You can't go under the epidermis, I don't think, except I don't know anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a cosmetologist. I just have experience working behind the guy. I studied theatrical makeup a little bit, but I'm just saying, I don't know if that's I don't know. I'm just saying that this is kind of what I think how they used to describe what serums are. Now that I'm older, you know, I've just been trying to, you know what I've been trying to do is go cruelty free completely. I'm not vegetarian, I'm not vegan, but I could see myself going that way. I'm going that way a little bit at a time. And now my buying does really, unless it's like, oh man, there's not much else choice. I try to go cruelty free. Yeah. I don't know. I don't want to judge anybody. I don't want anybody to feel judged, and I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, you should do this, or you should do that, because we all have too much of that in our lives. Someone I knew told me this, and I thought this was really funny. It was a musician I used to work with, and we were talking about music, and I said something like, oh yeah, well, you want to know what my opinion is? And he said, oh, you know what they say about opinions, don't you? And I was like, no. He said, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they all stink. Don't you think? However, I don't mind if you say what you feel, say whatever you want to say, but I thought that was pretty funny. And it was just a little bit of a, you know what, maybe I don't need to tell people, because I didn't know anything about the song, you know, the song that he was working on, or I didn't really have any knowledge of anything about it. So, you know, at the time I was pretty young. I think I was like 19, I think. And, you know, I just had a lot to learn. Well, I do still have a lot to learn about, you know, humans and humanity. But I don't know. Anyhow, let's go back to the makeup. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. I don't even have it so that you can see my whole face. I kind of got to get back here. Well, anyways, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. I just had a need to go forward. I don't know why. I want to talk about stuff. I like stuff. I still do. I like makeup. Isn't that fun? You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to use my my e.l.f. foundation palette. I don't think they even have it anymore. I went and looked on their thing. Did they have it? I think they have the contour palette, but the foundation palette, I don't even know if they have it. But I really love this. It's a cream foundation palette. And I'm just going to go with my fingers. And, here we go. If I do this, you can see me a little better. Don't forget to chair dance. And maybe I'll fast forward this. I'll poke myself in the eye. Yeah, so I always moisturize before because my skin is drier now. Going back to moisturizers, yeah, I would prefer that everything now said cruelty-free, vegan. I'd prefer that. I think most of us would. I think most people would. I don't want to get high and mighty about it, and I don't want to hear somebody else's high and mighty about it. Sorry, I don't want to hear it. But you have a right to tell it. Go ahead and tell it if you want to. But what I'm saying is I'm not that person forcing anyone to do anything. But I do feel kind of like, you know what? Who I really am, what I really do believe in, well, that really is more on the, how did I get glitter on my face? Who put the glitter on my face? Did you do it? You did it when I was here the way you put a glitter. I'm just saying how I feel about things. I'm not saying how I want anyone else to feel. Because I feel kind of bad that after trying kind of to be a little bit cruelty-free for the most part for a while. Okay. I used to think that like people were not interested whatsoever in the fact that I worked in the cosmetic industry. I thought that because I was always also in music and acting and stuff like that alongside. Because I always had to work for a living. I never was a person like, that's something that I think is funny and not funny. Internships. Who can afford internships? You have to be rich to start off with to afford an internship. Sorry. You can't just be a person who has to help support their family. Not that I necessarily was that. But I didn't have like, oh yeah, someone's gonna put me up in an apartment and whatever, and I'm gonna just give my time for free to whoever can already really afford it. I'm probably gonna take this section out later because I don't want to rant too much. I really want to just talk about makeup. Ooh. Yeah. Really affordable. Elf. Well, if you're here, you probably know all about the makeups already. You know all about the elfings. You know all about it. So, I watch these people, oh my gosh, these cosmetic artists now, these YouTubers. They're so inspiring. I cannot believe the artistry they're doing. I am not an artist like that. I'm not really interested in even trying. I just like makeup, and I've always felt like, ooh, makeup. It's like toys for adults. Because it's like, ooh, look at the little pretty thing. It's so sparkly. It's so sparkly. So I'm using my Hard Candy Eyes the Limit eyeshadow primer. Eyeshadow primer blows my mind every time I use it. Sorry, I'm a little bit silly, and I'm surprised, I didn't really have any candy or anything. I have my plain tea with no caffeine or anything. By the way, if you want a really nice very cost-effective drink. Go almost any store, and this is not brand affiliated whatsoever. Almost any store you go into the hot tea, the regular little tea bag sections. Just get, like, there's probably like a no-name brand or a name brand. Choose it if you want. If you just want something really inexpensive, you don't have a lot of money to spend or whatever, you just don't feel like it, get some peppermint tea bags. Take them home, just like in one large pan of water. Put one tea bag, boil it, let it cool down, put it in a big jug, and put it in the fridge. Oh my gosh, that is all you need to drink. It is very healthy. It's really refreshing. You can do the same kind of thing with the same kind of tea. Like the least expensive tea that you will find is it's a lot of times it's called tisane. It's just herbal tea. But if it's just peppermint or just fruit, there's another kind too. I have a lot of other kind. But peppermint tea I have like all the time, and it's so good. It's so comforting to my stomach. But I make iced tea out of it, and it eliminates that need for Pepsi or anything artificial, anything with any added sugar, because like you just don't want any sugar getting past you that you don't know about. If you consume any sugar, like, it's best to make sure that you know why, because it can have health issues. It can give you health problems. But anyhow, back to the makeups. So yeah, that's a really cost-effective, not quite back to the makeups. It's a really cost-effective, healthy way to have something cool on hand to drink all the time, and you will not be reaching for anything unhealthy. And almost everything that you go to drink is unhealthy, that unfortunately. Almost anything that you go to drink. So just the herbal tea, brewed, then iced. Leave it in your fridge, just leave it in there. And you can have mine lasts me 5 days. I do one tea bag, it makes a whole big thing. So I know it's difficult to just find something to drink, and we're all having to buy these things to drink that are not healthy for us. And once I figured that out, and if you get fruit tea, and you can put a little sweetener in it or something, and it's almost like fruit punch, except it's healthy. Amazing. Anyways, may or may not be of interest to you, but there you go. And that makes me thirsty for a sip. This YouTubing stuff gets you thirsty. And you have to gulp in an unladylike way that is not at all the way you actually are. Alright, time to put some makeup on. I know. I should stop it and lower the camera slightly, shouldn't I? I probably should. Or maybe move it over a little bit. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, one of the things that I feel bad about is, you know what, I'm going to work on my makeup. I'll save that one. What do I have here? I'm super excited that I have, my fragrance today, GRWM, by Worth Paris. Oh, I just love this. I think this is my signature, my signature fragrance now. This one I used to sell behind the counter when I worked for Women's Fragrances in Orange County, behind the counter department store. And it cost a lot. But it had in the mid to late 80s. I started in the mid 80s marketing cosmetics, and I think it had been around for a long time, but it's a wonderful fragrance. It smells like soap. I don't know. I think I told you guys I'm super excited. I think by now you probably saw my my Elizabeth Arden blockbuster video that I was super excited about. I'm even going to put some lips on. I'm going to use my favorite thing that I reach for all the time, the Annabelle Lip Stylo. It's this thing. It's like a really long... What the hell am I doing? There it is. Sorry. I don't want it to be a profanity channel. There's too much profanity already in the world, love. There we are. Is that because I have the glaucoma? Because I can't tell where I'm putting this? It shouldn't. I feel like I can see pretty well still. It's one of these things. I love it. It says it stays on a long time. And it really, really does. I don't have to worry about it. You're not even able to see this. I really needed to fix this. I'll be right back. So thank you for being here with me, by the way. You still can't see my... What am I going to do about that? It doesn't matter. I'll fix it next time, right? I'm probably already annoyed and bored you. So, now I come on. Here it is. Annabelle Lip Stylo. This thing really lasts. I'm amazed. And it's so easy to use. Come here. Rock that body. Rock that body. Uh-huh. Rock that body. Rock that body. Rock that body. You can't see this. I'm sorry. I discovered something already in my, what, 5th video, 6, 7 videos, I don't know how many, not that many. I prefer to see myself with makeup on. So, in some of these things where I go on and on, off on a tangent, I'm like, lady, just put some makeup on and then I don't want to see your face more. But that doesn't mean that's the way I feel about you. You can be however you want. I'm just saying that I like to see myself talking to you with makeup on. I like it because I wanted the reason I'm doing this is so I can wear makeup and stuff again. Are you having fun? If not, are you sure? You might be having more fun than you realize. Sometimes fun is right there. We just have to claim it. We have to claim it. I have these hereditary bags under my eyes. I don't even... Sorry, Mom. That's like saying, it's her fault. But it's okay. It doesn't really bother me. But sometimes people want to be like, oh, you look like you didn't get enough sleep. Oh, thanks. That was really nice of you. Thanks. How sweet. I'm sorry. I think no, I already did my... Okay. Now I gotta make my lips look better than that, though. Oh, there's something fun that I haven't really reached for too much yet. I've had it. Ooh. Got me live. It's got me live. Oh. I have a lot of fun little goodies in here. Just going through my palettes. There it is. It was hiding underneath all the other ones. I thought I wouldn't look under that one. this thing. Love it, of course. Back in the day, this was rare and special. Nobody did this hardly. I mentioned if you watched this channel at all before, thank you, number one. And number two, you know my mom worked for a company, she had a side hustle. Back before it was called a side hustle, my mom had a side hustle. And she had a number of them, a bunch of them. But she just supported us on her own. And there was this one company called Studio Girl Cosmetics, and so she worked for them, or she had a full-time day job, she worked office gig, but she, anyways, sorry, this company called, Studio Girl. That was one of the first places that I came to know about cosmetics, really, because my mom and I would sit on the floor together and put the orders together that, you know, people at work. Hey, I'm using this one. I don't think it has a name to it, but I'm just using this for this nude. Anyhow, this kind of thing, a little lip palette like this, is really not very common. Didn't used to be. A lot of people want to know, is it a good idea, like, do you really need to use a lip brush? I have found that using a lip brush is way sorry, over the top with the comedy effort. Yeah, it definitely helps, especially at any age, but especially if you're older. Because what it does is it concentrates the product really in there, that like something that glides over can't get it like that. It can't get in there. Can you do it without looking? That's a challenge, eh? I see it there in the camera. And I don't have my glasses on, and I normally wear glasses. I'm nearsighted, so I can't really see. I see like a white face blob with a funny on top. But no, I don't want to make fun of myself, because I don't want you to make fun of yourself. Not that anything I do is going to influence you. I just want to be a voice for claiming the fact that life is here for you to enjoy. For you to enjoy. Nudes. Love them. Now I did a little bit of lips bar. And this Maybelline lip color palette 01. Really fun. Oh, you know what? You can see illuminated my cigar lamp, my old IKEA cigar lamp. I love it so much. Those are cool. So now I'm going to head on over to, how long have I been doing this now? Oh my gosh, I've been talking for a half hour. My makeup should be long since done. See, I got to get better at this. Let's see what else. Oh, you know, one of the things I was seeing, I kind of want to move on over to the vegetarian, probably not vegan, because I'll probably always have eggs. Because eggs don't need, I only found this out a few years ago from somebody who used to raise chickens, that chickens don't need, chickens will produce eggs whether or not there is a male around, and the eggs will not make a baby chick unless they are fertilized. So a chicken will lay eggs and lay eggs and lay eggs, and as long as there's no rooster around, you're not eating a baby chicken. It's just an egg. And so I feel, in terms of what I feel, what you feel might be different, and it's totally cool. But what I think is, well, for me, I don't like the idea of animals possibly being mistreated, and but I don't like that. And I don't like a lot of aspects of it. It's about the animals mainly. I don't like animals they're helpless. They're helpless, and I know as a whole, it might not seem like it right now, but I believe as a whole, humanity is going to go into a direction where it's going to be common for people to feel that way, and it already is. I know, probably in a lot of places, and maybe in your world, and if so, I commend you. So this lady is still talking, and her makeup is not anywhere near done. Oh, but I showed you that cool palette, and that was something, you know what, one of the things that it touched my heart a little bit, because my mama bought me one. My mama bought me one like that from Studio Girl. It looks almost exactly like that, only smaller, and I cherish that thing. Like all those lipsticks in it. For a young girl who didn't have a whole lot of money, oh my gosh, that was so incredible. So let's see now, if I'm going to get with it. I find that I reach for this Maybelline. Even though I have all these other eye pencils. Maybe I should... Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I'm just gonna putting on makeup and talking in a camera. I don't think it's really like real life too much. You probably know that. See, you can't see me, and I really am sorry about that, but I'm gonna do my best. I like to tight line underneath the top. I forget who said it. Someone said it makes your upper... I'm going to be careful with that area. It's kind of sensitive. Your upper lash, when you do this, it's really great when you're older. It does something. It makes it look like, kind of like false eyelashes. Because it like really goes right up there in the... But yeah, so I don't know if you know my backstory here. If you do, wow, thanks, man. Or woman. And when I say man, I really mean woman, because probably a woman, and thank you very much. Might be a man. I'm sorry if you're a man. Look, I probably offended a bunch of people already. I'm sorry about that. I so have tried my entire life not to offend people, but I have ended up offending people. And to this day, I feel really bad about stupid things I said to people before, but I never meant to. I probably said stupid things that were, I just didn't know. I was ignorant, or... Plus, I'm a really sensitive artist, and I'm sorry, that doesn't mean I'm asking for any special care. What I'm saying is sensitive artists will shy away from the company of others who are not sensitive or who don't take their sensitivity seriously. Because artists don't want to be bombarded with negativity. They already have enough negativity to deal with just to be who they are. Excuse me. You know, it's alright with me if you don't like somebody's art. But, you know, I mean, don't be surprised if they don't want to be around you. Don't be surprised if they're going to not seek you out. And mental health is real. When people consistently put you down or say unkind things to you, Artists know. Well, that's just part of what you do because you already have to defend your art. You have to defend what you're doing against everybody. Sorry. You do. Almost. Because, yeah. So I just been, I like the cat eye look. Almost always, that's what I do. I just feel it looks good, looks best for my eye. So there I just kind of got some of the liner going. Okay. Oh, and I'm just having, I see the color temperature changing. I'm sorry. I wanted to do this. I should, this way, huh? There. I'll go this way. Maybe this way. Can you see it there? Do you see how I made like a little something extra here? It doesn't seem normal, but I don't know why, but it really helps. Now, I know that people like thicker brows right now, but thicker brows just do not look good on me. I'm just apply this pencil in little strokes. Just little strokes, and remembering to kind of try to keep everything going upward. If you don't know where you put your, it's like this right here. This is where you're supposed to start. Or your nose is right up to here, like that. I don't always do it, but it's just a good guideline, you know. It's kind of, I think it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I think just like adding a little bit extra here. I don't know. Just something. Yeah, I like that. Okay. This is my Elizabeth Arden Day palette from my Blockbuster. And I just used Eggnog, Pearl Slipper, Gold Sparkle, and Cozy Cashmere. I used all the colors, all these, and this one. I just didn't use these three here. Loving getting to use the Elizabeth Arden shadows again. That's super exciting. They used to be in the same We called it a bay. The little counter, the counter in the department store. When I worked for Ultima 2, we shared the counter space. Like, only us and the other person was allowed to go in there. And it was us, Ultima 2, and Elizabeth Arden. So I kind of got to work for Elizabeth Arden, but I can't actually say that I worked for them. It's just that I helped their clients that would come to the counter when the person who was partially paid by Elizabeth Arden wasn't there, which is the way I was with Ultima 2. Was I was their full-time employee, but I was still in the same counter. And you know how it is when you work with people, like there's a few people in there and someone will take a break and someone will go away, and you know how that is. So I did build up a little bit of knowledge about the Elizabeth Arden product line, but it was a million years ago, and I'm really pleased to see they still have a lot of the same stuff. But yeah, so it's fun to get to have it and get to own and enjoy it again, because just being a musician, a person who works job to job. This is the other palette that came in there. These are like butter. They're like butter. It's so expensive to go buy Arden shadows online. You can't get 3 shadows is $32, and you need two things of 3 to fit into a reusable thing like this that also costs, like, I don't know, $10, $20. Sometimes it's $30. I don't know. But it's cost you like $70, $80 just to get set up with less shadows than this. So man, I was thrilled to jump on this when I saw it. This is really, really pretty. I think I'll go. Should I just leave it more natural, right, like I have it now? No! What the heck am I thinking? You know what? I'm a little bit leery as I get older of wearing frosts, because they do sometimes kind of get into your eye skin area and reflect areas that you don't want reflected. But that doesn't mean I don't use them. There are, let's see. These are they have a bit of a sheen to them, but they're not frosty. And this purple and this smoke are really nice. So the purple and the smoke, they're called Sugar Quartz, no, Deep Amethyst, and Touch of Sand? I guess they call that smoke Touch of Sand. Anyhow, I'm using the color called Deep Amethyst. Ooh, I really do like this one. I never gravitated towards purples. I've always found that I always felt that the warmer colors were more attractive on me, but I'm not mad at this Deep Amethyst. I have never been mad at amethysts at all. Did you ever watch Mr. Rogers? I did. I thought for sure Mr. Rogers must be my dad. He was so nice to me. But I was confused, you know how in the song, and you'll have things you'll want to talk about. I will too. But I tried to think of the opportunity that I would have to tell him about what happened, and I'll have things I want to talk about, but he does all the talking. We're thinking, but yes, I do, Mr. Rogers, I really do. I want to talk to you about some stuff. But I had a really great mom. I think when you say, oh, I didn't have a dad, or when my dad wasn't around, whatever the issue, people think that you mean that your childhood was shitty. Excuse my French. But it was difficult compared to some kids, but I think overall it was really great because I wasn't encumbered by a lot of familial expectations or some people around like this. So I was able to explore my artistic stuff without having to listen to like peanut gallery shit. Sorry, that's the second S word. I don't really want this channel to be like bad words because don't we all know that we all can use bad words? Aren't we all using bad words all the time? And aren't we just so tired of bad words? They're crunchy. They're crunchy. Nothing does it like nothing does it like one of those words. But I'm starting to think that maybe there's a lot of value in not letting loose with the whatever word that I know how to use all too well. Like, well, no, maybe I don't even need to do that. By the way, I'm using this old Chit brush I've had forever. I just keep washing it. Not natural, I'm sure it's not natural. I'm sure it's probably acrylic or something like that. I don't know. Okay, I think that maybe I like that. I know that maybe I've done the same the same looks, excuse me, for you folks because I'm so excited about my new Elizabeth Arden stuff that I recently got. Because of what's in there, what I like the best, I keep on using again and again. And the other ones, if I pre-planned more artistic stuff, I guess I ought to do that, huh? I ought to do that. I was thinking about maybe doing an Easter egg one, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to keep on with the makeup now, and I'm going to stop talking, and then I'll talk more when the makeup's done. Okay? Oh, wait, I'm going to talk a little bit. Check it. Elizabeth Arden Grand Entrance Mascara. Confusing as heck at first. Keep on hitting yourself in the eye with it. Once you figure it out, it's really great. Like, you know, I mean, it says that it is lengthening, thickening, and lifting. I found it to be those things. But you do have to be really careful with it because, see, even now I'm like I'm playing with my own health. Go slow! Bo, go slow! I'm in this for my eyes because a doctor told me that if I don't go on this medication, I got 5 years to see. And I don't want to go on this one medication because I had some health issues where this medication has side effects like dizziness, and I had dizziness for months. I couldn't even hardly get out of bed. I got bit by a tick, and I think it has something to do with, I think it's some kind of Lyme disease or something. Anyways, all I wanted to do was talk about makeup, and I'm talking about my personal stuff. Let's have fun. Everyone, yay! Okay, hey, look at that. It is too. this is my e.l.f. loose powder in color correcting yellow, I think it's called. It's neato. I forget what the name of what the powder is called isn't on it. But it's like a, you know, a color correcting type of thing, which I think is so cool. So it has the little, came with the little powder thing in it, but I just do this. You know, these loose powders are always funny. I've never really been able to use. I remember when I got my first loose powder, I think it was when I worked for Ultima. I got an Ultima loose powder. Maybe I bought an Arden loose powder. Oh my gosh. I think it was an Arden loose powder. Oh, I loved it so much, but it was confusing because it's a big thing like this, and you take the top off, and it's loose powder, and it's really great, but it's not like, you know, my mom always had the CoverGirl thing, and so did I forever. But then I'm like, ooh, I'm moving up. I'm moving up into the higher end makeup, so I need to have a loose powder. Yeah, you know. Yeah. And it was, I think it was translucent as well, which is different. Translucent powder doesn't have, it's not really for coverage. But it was really nice. You know, I'll tell you what, I might still have that powder, and I would never ever use it. But the thing is that I have a lot of old stuff in storage that I have just never done anything with. But if I still have that stuff, I'm going to show it to you because it has value now as being like vintage. There's people on, you know, online and YouTube and whatever that, they have channels about vintage makeup, and it's like so cool. Like, I think there's this one girl, Laura Jane Atelier, and a lot of her stuff is about, like, I think the first one that got my attention was the makeup that Marilyn Monroe used that you can still buy today. I think that is so fascinating. I think that is like, mwah, love it. Just interesting. So anyhow, I guess I'm not quite done. I'm not going anywhere. I just wanted to put makeup on and have a little chat. Let's see. There was a really, really pretty highlighters in this kit. I'll show them to you. If you saw the other video where I did the it was a blind try-on. I hadn't tried any of the stuff except for the mascara out of the Blockbuster. Such a cute Blockbuster, by the way. Elizabeth Arden Blockbuster. I think they did it 2020 and 2021. But these are the highlighters that came in there. They say blushes, but you know, they're highlighters. Bellini, Copper Glow, and Soft Pearl. I mean, now I have some high-end highlighters. That's pretty exciting to me. Because for a long time, you know, as an artist, you get paid. Okay, I like this girl and everything, but she's upstage in my show with her pretty voice. Can we change the music maybe to somebody else? La 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 la. Alright, thank you very much. Hello people, I don't have my makeup on just yet. But I don't know if I'm going to get my makeup done today, but I'm supposed to get my makeup done again soon. Thank you for stopping by and making Bo feel nice because, you know, she doesn't really have a sense of humor without me around. She's not really that funny, so it's alright though. She knows it. She knows how I feel about her sense of humor. I like her. She's nice, and she does the makeup and everything. But anyway, I just had to pop in and put my 2 cents in. Talk to you later. Bye. Whoosh. Thanks, Mitzi. That was nice of Mitzi to step in. But I did pre-screen all the music. I know everybody sounds great. Okay, so I actually feel like I need a little bit of blush, and in here I don't have that much blush laid out. But you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you something that is a super easy thing to do if you're stuck with you're out somewhere, somebody's like, you know, you're getting off work at the office. I worked at many different offices. You're in Toronto and working in a high rise, and your bae is like, hey, honey, you want to meet me after this for drinks and whatever? And you're like, yes! But you got no blush and all you got is this one magical little lipstick, honey. Ha ha ha. This was Arden. This one came in the Blockbuster too, but this is Mulberry Bush, and it's just a really nice, like a kind of a neutral blue-based. I'm just gonna put a little bit of hair. I wouldn't recommend doing this every day with lip color on the cheeks and whatnot, because things that aren't made for that area of skin can clog the pores. They're not non-comedogenic for that area. But anyways, just a little bit. Okay. So I think that's about all I have to say for now. I kind of feel like I think I could do a lot more makeup. Maybe I should try. Maybe I spend a little bit more time. How long has it been? Oh, it's been 20 minutes. Oh, I've only got one bar left on my stuff there. Okay. I should play with the shadows some more, huh? Because I'm really doing some really basic looks. I should just take some more time to actually do makeup and not talk. But I really do enjoy it. All of it. Well, I still don't quite have a hand on how to do all this stuff the way I normally would while I'm still talking and looking in a camera, so I'm sorry about that. Oh, I'll show you another thing that you can do. You probably already know this, but by the way, like I said, you can't get this Arden Blockbuster from Arden anymore, but you can find them in the aftermarket. You can buy them new on like eBay. That's how I got this one, because I didn't even know about it, and when I found out about it, they were all gone. And I just think it's a fantastic one. It's just so pretty. They're so like enticing. It's like jewelry, diamonds and gold that I can put on my face. Put it on my face, the pretty thing. Put it on my face, the precious. So, let's see. I'm going to use a little bit of this pretty pink here, see if I can. Okay. That's pretty cool. And that will also make your lip color last a little longer. I got a nice little elf defining eye brush. It's a slant tipped, but it's not blunt like my Revlon one. I'm gonna go back in and play around a little bit, because why not, right? I mean, it's just us. So yeah, like, because of being an artist, you get paid like a lot of times. It's not at all like a regular job, and you don't have benefits and things like regular people do. You kind of just know that you just know. It's like, okay, well, that's the life I have to lead then, knowing that you don't really expect the world to understand why you're doing what you do. Anyhow, so I'm used to getting paid by the project, and a lot of times you'll have projects that are just everyday pay projects, but then you'll have a really good gig that pays you really well, and then you're able to do some things, get some things done, and buy some things that you wanted to buy. Because for a really long time you just sort of go along without doing those things. But I don't feel that that's a really big deal. Like, you can live a really, really nice life without buying expensive anything. You can still have luxury without having expensive stuff. You just have to find it. Because no one's screaming at you to go buy it. No one's screaming at you to find that. No one's screaming buy, buy, buy. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye. I think I'm going to spend some time to step up my game again with the makeups, because I sure do love it. It's fun getting to play with them. Okay, I think that maybe that's probably enough for now. Thank you for joining me again. I really appreciate it. I feel like it's like therapy for me to just get to talk into I have a really loved life. I'm not saying that I'm not loved or anything. I'm not saying, oh, not that there's anything wrong with that. I cry all the time. But what I'm saying is I'm very loved. But I sort of feel like there's something strangely therapeutic about just talking out to the world, and yet you're just talking to nobody. You're just talking to yourself, because there's no one there, really. But it's still compelling, and I like it. And I appreciate that you're here enjoying it with me, because it's like we're all going into new directions worldwide and universally, and it's so strange. We're all together but separate. We all see similar things, we take in similar world events, and we have real feelings about things that happen, yet they didn't happen to us, but we saw them happen to others, or we saw things that moved us in some way, or that caused us to say something on our social media or whatever. We're all going somewhere together, yet we're not together physically, most of us. But anyhow, I wish you well, and I'm excited about the future, and I hope you are too. Bye.
Talk to the hand.